Front of one of the most iconic places in Cape Town. This is Table Mountain, and it has been voted this year again as one of the best destinations in Africa. So obviously there has been a lot of talk. We are talking about Omicron, the new variant, and travel bans. They are now in place with South Africa. And what that means is that many foreigners cannot come to South Africa because we are now on a red list. So as you can see behind me, this is a place where everyone wants to come and take their picture. It is now 1 p.m. in South Africa, in Cape Town. Most restaurants are still a little bit of people coming here, but it is quite empty. This would have been a place that would be bustling by now. It is 1 p.m., it is December. This is the height of tourism in South Africa at the moment. There was so many people who had already booked to come to stay here, and this would have been one of the places they would have come for lunch. It's called Den Anker. It is a wonderful place where foreigners come, but it's also very much a domestic place where the domestic travel and tourism will end up here to have their food. If we turn around, we're going to see that there are people here. There is tourism, of course. Tourism hasn't disappeared, but if you look, it's mainly people who came from other cities in South Africa. I'm going to go and ask, I'm actually going to put my mask on because compulsory masks in South Africa, and obviously we need to be careful with the variant. So I'm going to ask one person here. Excuse me, sir, I wanted to ask you, hi. We're live to Beijing, to CGTN.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to ask you, how has this ban of not having foreigners come to South Africa, how do you think that is affecting South Africa?
I think it's tremendously negatively affecting our economy and generally just life in Cape Town. Cape Town is a vibey city that creates work and creates so much money for the country, because of the tourists that come here. This is just one place where, we have 90% of tourists coming and visiting the place. So the ban is something that we are not approving of and that we are not proud of, and we would like to express, not being happy about it, and letting the government know, letting the international countries know that this shit should be lifted. The new variant is nothing that we didn't know of, and so why close the country? Why ban South Africa? It's not good.
So we obviously the variant was detected here by extreme scientists. We have the best scientists living in South Africa, and they've been dealing with this pandemic for now almost 21 months.
Sure.
We told the world, but you as a South African, how does this make you feel, like your plans, your holiday plans, your family plans?
It compromises everything. Up to now, going to the UK or to some of these countries was an option, but right now we have to review everything and basically change our plan, which is not just the best, and this is a deplorable situation that we do not want of. We know more about the virus now that we did when it's just break out. There's more information now. We know how to protect ourselves when it's needed, and people have been wearing masks when it's needed. And so there are no reasons why to go back to the previous measures that were taken when we didn't know much of it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Well, and that's exactly the feeling that I'm getting here, because there is a lot of uncertainty, and people obviously are feeling not only despondent, they're feeling very upset that their plans have been shifted. And also what this means to the economy is, let's not forget, South Africa has a GDP that it depends, when it comes to tourism, it depends 6.9%, and that was in 2019. And in 2020, that GDP of the tourism sector went down to 3.7%. And when I say this, I'm talking about in 2020, domestic tourism was down by 42.8%, and in the international, 66%. So if we look at this place, and it is a wonderful place, it means a lot, but it also means that livelihoods are going to be jeopardized. And when we talk about that, it means that 36% at the moment of unemployment with the country. And what this will do is that it's going to make people stay more at home, not spend money. And what Cape Town has had to do is to invest more on its domestic market because the internationals are simply not coming. So I spoke to a hotel that had to cut down at least 67% of what they had already expected for December. So that means 67% cancellations. And here, I'll show you, there's this beautiful place. It's called the African Trading Port, filled with souvenirs, beautiful, beautiful images of what South Africa is known for. And if you come inside, you're going to see the magic that this place is. It would have been full.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Safety first. Thank you. So all around you, obviously Mandela, Nelson Mandela here, South Africa's first president after apartheid. And as we go in here, you see how beautiful this place is, filled with ornaments and everything that supports this local economy and the craftsmanship. Because when it comes to craftsmanship in South Africa, it really is on another level. It is beautiful. It is handmade. It is just exquisite. But this means somebody at home is not able to put bread on their table because if the tourists don't come, they don't buy it. And that means a lot of people unemployed. So if we continue down here, you can just see how incredibly beautiful this place is, all the beads and colors. And it really is just representative of what South Africa is. I'm going to show you something here very special, which is this beadwork. This beadwork usually done in South Africa, but also done by Zimbabweans who just live across the border from us. Sir, wanted to ask you, sir, how are you upset that the tourists aren't coming? Sir? We've got somebody who's very concentrated here and a little bit too busy. We're going to try somebody else. Sir, could I just ask you something? How upset are you that the tourists are not coming? Would this shop be full by now?
In any case, that comment is supposed to be given by management. But however, it's very disappointing because
How are you feeling like a South African now that people can't come here? How upset are you? I mean, especially for Christmas, this is a wonderful time for this beautiful country.
obviously everyone is disappointed, or everyone in this country is disappointed because of that news that they are not coming. It's very unfortunate decision. Yeah, it's a regressive one, but what can we do?
Do you hope that it's going to be changed, or you don't think
Because
it's going
of
to be?
the other developments that are coming out from other parts of the world, obviously it's good. They will look at it and say, oh, we made a mistake because look, how about other countries in the Asian countries who are affected in Europe? Are they putting a ban in traveling to those countries? The answer is no. But I think the media has to making a decision that they will cancel traveling to SADC, which is Southern African countries. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir. And I really do hope that this is reversed, because this is a beautiful country. Thank you for your help.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No problem. Would you
I really wanted to attend too.
tell
But
me
now,
what your thoughts are? Are you upset?
about
Are you upset that the tourists are not here? That South Africa has a travel ban?
not much. We are experiencing just a little bit of it, but as time goes on, we think that can happen that way. Yes,
And it's becoming very hard.
that will be very difficult, especially in business. There will be a sharp drop down of the business performance. Yes,
Absolutely.
but we expect that if the tourists continue to come, then the business will continue to go up like that. That will be good to everybody.
And let's hope that happens. Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So as you can see, this is a general consensus of everyone. And these people, they work. This is a big shop, but it will be put together by individual people who bring their produce to sell here. But as we continue outside and we see the rest of the port, you can see how empty this is. It's at this moment we would have had people getting onto boats to go to Robben Island. That is obviously the prison where former President Nelson Mandela was incarcerated for 27 years. But all these people here are completely without tourists, and we all know that tourism makes the world go round. So I'm just going to ask one of them how difficult this time is being. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good.
We wanted to ask you, this travel ban,
Yes.
how difficult is it? And it's been a week. December now, we would have had many tourists here. How are you feeling?
We're feeling very bad about that. We're just talking about the same thing with my buddy over here. We're not having a lot of foreign tourists, and it's affecting our business. As you can see, it's empty on this side, you know. So, yeah, it's what it is at the moment. We don't know how long this is going to be for, but we're suffering.
How do you try to make up for this? I mean, do you hope that local tourists will come? Do you think domestic travel has enough money to pay for these trips?
They do have money, but, you know, domestically people will not spend money like tourists, you know, foreign tourists. You know, we're having them going on the boat cruise. As you can see, the boats are a little bit busy because of domestic support. But yeah, we still need the foreign tourists to come around, you know, because we have a lot of activities here that are not really meant for the local people in terms of the affordability. So we depend on foreign tourists to survive in the industry. Yes.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
I wish you good luck, and thank you for chatting to us.
Thank you so much.
So as you can tell, this is what people are saying. And the truth of the matter is, at the moment, we don't know what's going to happen. And this beautiful place, for now, will remain quite empty. I wanted just to mention that what South Africa's Minister of Health has said, his name is Dr. Joe Fafla, he has said that that basically South Africa cannot afford to have these travel bans anymore. So what's going to happen is that people, sorry sir, we're live now, we can't talk to you at the moment, but what's going to happen is that South Africa and its scientists have asked for more time in order to see how this Omicron variant reacts, because at the moment we're not sure the severity of it. We do know that it is more transmissible, that people become infected in an easier and quicker way than it would have been with the Delta, but they do not know yet how severe it is. However, from the vaccinologists that I've been interviewing and scientists I've been speaking, they have said that the number one thing and the most responsible thing to be doing is to still get vaccinated, because with the vaccination you are more protected, or the population is more protected from the Omicron variant. At the moment, Cape Town doesn't really have high numbers of Omicron yet, but the other province, which is Gauteng province, which is in Johannesburg, that has seen a huge spike in infections, and they have all been related to the Omicron. So with having said that, it means that hospitals are filling up, but they are filling up with unvaccinated people. South Africa is considering making vaccines mandatory for workers, for places, but it's still something that is under negotiations, and they are speaking to unions, and they are also trying to find out what the general population feels about this. So this is Cape Town in December, in another lockdown, which not really a lockdown for us because we remain on lockdown level 1, which is the lowest lockdown that South Africa has. But South Africa is open to the world. The world is just not open to South Africa. And that's how things will be until scientists tell us what the severity is of the Omicron variant.